What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're doing another Wednesday night live discussion. I know I skipped last week. I ended up trying to do some PlayStation 5 and that didn't work out. So we played some Transformers Devastation and we also played some Gran Turismo. I finally figured out the sound. So for those of you that were there that joined me last Wednesday for my PS5 live stream, you would have noticed that you couldn't hear me talking. So I figured that out. I now know I figured out how to use the PS5. It's got its own built-in streaming, so that's pretty cool. So we will be doing more PS5 live streams. I just needed to kind of figure out how it all works. A couple housekeeping things. I am still working on the review for this guy. This is the Gigapower Good Enter, their version of Swoop. It's really nice. This was actually sent to me and given to me by Mr. G. Tony. He is a regular on this channel. He always comments pretty much on every video. Super generous. You know, nobody has to send me anything. Nobody has to give me anything. I do ask, you know, occasionally for people to send me stuff to review and send back for my versus videos usually, right? And I'm going to do a versus on this guy with the Fans Toys version of Swoop. But I never want anybody to feel like they have to send me anything for free or, you know, give me gifts. But for whatever reason, G. Tony, thank you so much. I really appreciate. Very, very generous to give me something like this. Nice piece as well. So we're gonna finish this review and then we'll do a versus on that as well. A little bit more housekeeping. This showed up today. So if you don't know what this is the KO Optimus Prime version 3. So this is version 3 of the KO. It's got that silver waist there, silver legs. A little bit of a spoiler alert. It's nice. It's nice. They fixed the legs. They fixed the arms. Things work really well. So we'll do a full review on it, and we'll also do a comparison. But I think they improved finally on this guy. So stay tuned for that. Probably Friday, maybe Saturday. Depends on how I get that done. But I do really like both of those figures I just showed you. So today we're going to talk about, if you looked at the title, toy stores. And I had a little typo. I know someone's probably going to point it out, but the title was Dying, D-I-E. That's actually the wrong, it should be D-Y-I-N-G. So anyway, yes, so we're talking about toy stores. So I'm going to tell my little story of toy stores in my local area. So I'm in the New York State area. Anybody upstate New York, do a shout out right now in the comments. If you're in New York or just the tri-state area, then you might know some of the toy stores that I'm going to bring up. But yeah, so I'm in upstate New York. Actually, last night we had a huge thunderstorm. Probably the loudest thunder I've ever heard. Basically, I was doing a review. I was reviewing this guy. That's why it's not done. The Good Enter. I was in the middle of looking at the dyno mode. And the thunder just hit so loud, it sounded like my house fell apart. And I ran upstairs to see what it was, and my daughter woke up, and that was the end of the review. Like I couldn't finish it because obviously, you know, she had to go back to sleep. So that's kind of it was pretty wild. I've never seen lightning in my backyard. It was a couple feet away from me, and the thunder from that was so loud it shook the house. So that's the first time I've ever seen that. Anyway. So if you're in the New York area or tri-state area, Connecticut, you'll probably know. Let me just say hi to you guys. What's up? So G. Tony, thank you for joining. Ultra Jazz, what's up? Sauce Sama, I haven't seen you before. Perry Larry, what's up? Tat for Music, Lucky Hands, some of my regulars are in here. Pure Rage, thank you all for joining and coming today. So on last week, I went to go to a store called ThinkGeek. So ThinkGeek is basically the equivalent, or I guess the collector version. And I guess I'll share my my screen here. So ThinkGeek is GameStop's sort of collector's store, right? They have more action figures. They don't have any game, like, you know, actual video games. It's all about action figures. So I went there and it was gone. The store was gone. So if you type in, you know, thinkgeek.com, which, you know, that was their website. You can see me typing that in. They go straight to GameStop. There is no more ThinkGeek. You can still buy T-shirts and stuff like that, but pretty much the store is gone. They've gone out of business, and I was pretty shocked. So there was no more local store. That's really the only local store we had here in upstate New York. And I found out that pretty much this chain kind of shut down. Then I started searching around to see, hey, what's out there? What stores do we have? The only other thing we have here in this area is we've got GameStop, which very limited on toys. If they have any action figures at all, it's usually the McFarlane stuff. Oh, thank you, Lucky Hands. Appreciate that. I'm glad you were able to join. So then, and I'm going to ask you guys about your toy stores as well too. So just give me a minute to get through my story, and then I'm interested to hear what your toy stores you have near you. So then I went and I looked, and the only other places, obviously Target, Walmart, those aren't really toy stores, right? Those are department stores or retail stores. They have other stuff. The only other place we have is a place called, let's see, Heroes Hideout. So Heroes Hideout, oops, this is Heroes Hideout. And it basically took over where the ThinkGeek was. And they have tons of like Pops and McFarlane, Star Wars, some Transformers. More recently, they're getting a lot more Transformers. So I went there and actually found if anyone's collecting these, the Generation Select version of Deep Cover. And I was pretty surprised to find that there. And they had a few other things, some Earthrise, some Kingdom stuff. So this is really my one and only local toy store that's left, is Heroes Hideout. That's about it. We have one other place called J Street Games, but they're mostly about games. They have some toys, but they're all vintage stuff, so everything's really expensive. So I started looking into it, and I was like, man, all these toy stores are shutting down. So ThinkGeek, most recently, last year, we lost Toys R Us. I think it was actually 2 years ago. Toys R Us, really nice toy store. That's gone. Then we lost KB Toys, and that's the image you saw if you saw my thumbnail. KB Toys, they were kind of the equivalent of Toys R Us. So that was sad to lose KB Toys. So I wanted to find out with you guys, what toy stores do you have in your area? What kind of chains do you have? And other than the ones I mentioned, ThinkGeek and GameStop, obviously we go to Target. And I think what's happened is all the toy stores shutting down have forced every distributor to go to Target and Walmart. So now we're seeing all of our toys, Transformers and G.I. Joe and everything else you can think of, all ending up in Target and Walmart and, very few other places. I know Walgreens had a few here and there, but for the most part, Target and Walmart have become a main place. I obviously shop at Toy Dojo. Here's my Toy Dojo t-shirt, but it of course is not a brick and mortar store over here. It is a brick and mortar store in Austin, Texas. So if you live in Texas or in that area, definitely check out Toy Dojo. They have a nice storefront, but for the most part, most of the business is online. So I'm curious now what you guys, there's some of you from UK. So let me grab your comments. Dr. Diecast says, Luke and Cade's Toy Chest in South Jersey. Oh, that's not too far from me. So you're in Jersey. Owner states he can't sell third party or Hasbro won't sell to him. That's interesting. So I know third party distribution is very tricky. You have to be in connection with the right distributors. Hasbro also is kind of tricky because you have to get a license to sell their stuff, which can be tricky as well. You got to have a connection, but third party, I'm not surprised. Perry Larry says in the UK, you have a chain called Smiths. Yeah, I've heard of Smiths. So I know a lot of the retail Transformers are coming out at Smiths. And I remember PlayStation 5. There was a big thing about Smiths and giving out selling PlayStation 5s and people not being able to get it, or basically looting the store trying to get in and getting in and finding out there were none. Vince says in Miami, there are none. Oh, wow, that sucks. So I know there's places where there's basically no more toy stores and you have to order online. I'm only about 3 hours from New York City. New York City still has a couple of toy stores, but not the kind of stuff that we buy. They have like FAO Schwartz, like boutique toy stores. So fancy toys that we wouldn't buy basically. Sasama says Metropolitus Toys. Where is that? Let us know, Sasama. Where are you talking about? What state, what city do you have that store? Steve Camilleri says Toys R Us is still around in Toronto. Oh man, I got to go look at that. So TFCon Toronto. Speaking of Toronto, shout out to Toronto. Shout out to my Canada people. I know you guys are in here. TFCon Toronto has been moved from July to December. So if I end up going, I'm going to go to Toys R Us. I got to go to Toys R Us because we haven't had it here in the States for a good 3 years now. So I miss them for sure. Nothing else aside from department stores. Yeah, same here. Target, Walmart, Walgreens. Micro says, whenever I see a dedicated toy store, I get a feeling they're a front for other unlicensed activity. Yeah, that's an interesting, thought. I mean, I'm not sure what unlicensed activity you're talking about, but we have toy stores here that the actual toys, like actual action figures, isn't their main business. They mostly are into like video games, or comics, or like Magic. I found there's a lot of stores that they host card games. So they'll host like Pokemon or Magic the Gathering or other card games. And basically they rent out their store or their place, their space for that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know how they make money when they don't, have a lot of stuff. So Sama, none on California. Oh, California, okay. Samuel Caslow says, we still have Toys R Us, live in a small city in Eastern Canada, not much else except department stores. Yeah, so Canada, apparently you still have Toys R Us. I remember getting MP10, which started this all. So my channel actually started with the Hasbro MP10, which came out in Toys R Us. My wife hunted it down for me. Like I wasn't even, I was trying to find it, but she waited in the store, hunted it down. They only had 2 copies per Toys R Us. She found it, bought both, gave me both for my birthday, and she never knew, but it was going to start this hobby. So everything started from MP10 from Toys R Us. So I really miss Toys R Us. Toys R Us is a great store. Steve says, can't wait for TFCon. Me neither. I'm really excited. So if you guys, there's actually 2 TFCons this year. There's one in Baltimore, and I'll be going to that. And my buddy, Mike Rogers, who I believe is in the room. Maybe he's not in the room. But I'll be hanging out with T-Man 978, Pig for Life, maybe Michael Rogers, maybe a few other people. Whoever shows up in Baltimore, I'm willing to meet anybody, really. So it's all about hanging out and meeting people. So definitely come through TFCon Baltimore in October. I don't know if I'm going to make it to TFCon Toronto December. The timing is really weird. It's right around the holiday season. Oh, hey, what's up, Big? I wasn't sure you were going to show up. I don't know if you're talking, but you might be on mute.
Oh, sorry. I said I've been here for like the last 7 minutes waiting for you to let me in, but I was like,
oh, my bad.
I was like, forget this guy. I'll just.
Oh, why am I still sharing my screen? Get rid of that. So what toy stores do you guys have in Maryland or in your area that have been shut down?
But pretty close. I mean, dedicated toy stores, really nothing anymore. But like you were saying, like there's a lot of stores that do kind of dabble in it. Like even Best Buy is doing toys. What Kohl's does toys, and
Kohl's, yeah, but it's like such a small. Like that's not their main business, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But I think I think it's just going to be kind of a, one of those things where they do a little bit of it, just like Barnes and Noble, right?
Yeah,
they all do a little bit of it, but it's not their big thing. Even Hobby Lobby, a lot of people are talking about Hobby Lobby now, doing like the different model kits and stuff like that. So
I think that's the wave of the future is No more dedicated toy stores because they just can't survive on toys alone. They have to have other stuff to sell.
Yeah, isn't Toys R Us doing like in store mini shops at another retailer? I forget which retailer.
They are. I
Yeah,
haven't seen.
they're doing like pop. You know how kind of like Target has like the small Apple store,
Oh, like a
Apple
pop
setup
up.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I forget. I know I read about it. I just don't remember which store
Yeah.
they're doing it with. But
I haven't seen it, but if it does exist, let us know.
Korea still has Toys R Us.
Yeah, so does Canada. They were all telling me Toronto. So if we go to TFCon Toronto in December,
Man, I
I'm
already know
actually
this
gonna go to
stuff,
Toys R
man.
Us.
I already know that. Come
I'm
on,
gonna go.
that's old news.
T-Man says I shaved. Yes, I had to shave. I got a haircut and shaved. The winter is over. It's spring. Time for a cut. T-Man, I'm not your twin anymore. Lucky Hand says my TF collection started with MP10 from TRU also. Yeah, I was just saying before you joined, Toys R Us was really the start of my entire collection.
I've already heard that story, and I had to listen to it while you were ignoring me. So don't need to hear it again.
Where did you buy your first stuff? Was it Toy Dojo? I mean, where did you
No,
get
no.
your
I mean, I told you this story before. Like, I found it. Mine was Soundwave, Masterpiece Soundwave, Toys R Us one. I was in Toys R Us with my first kid, and he was at the age where we're buying toys. I hadn't been to Toys R Us in like years, and I go in there, and there was a Soundwave on the shelf. I'm like, I remember it was like $100 something. I was like, good gosh! But then I looked at it, I was like, man, this is awesome. So I just grabbed it, got lucky, I guess, and I think that was my first MP, the thing that started it for me. I missed the MP10.
I got MPO1 too. You're talking about like the anniversary one, right?
No, I'm
Oh,
talking
it's
about
Soundwave. You're talking about Soundwave.
yeah, I'm talking about
Oh.
Soundwave.
So you said you missed MP10 or MP1?
I missed both of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did see MP1 in Walmart, and that was mind blowing to me because I hadn't seen anything for years. And all of a sudden, MPO1 shows up. So, what other stores do you guys have? I now obviously use Toy Dojo quite a bit. The only other place I've found recently, Entertainment Earth, but these are again it doesn't have a storefront. Toy Dojo, I guess they have a storefront, but most of their business is online, right? They do most sales online.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I wonder if most of his sales are online or not. I know, like during COVID, obviously it was. He said their online sales went up a lot. I thought even online sales would go down, but he said the online sales were booming for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think specialty shops like that it's kind of like specialty anything. I feel like it's not just toys. I think it's really anything that's everything is being kind of like commoditized, like it's like the Amazon thing, right?
Right.
Like even things that you wouldn't expect to be sold at certain retailers are selling things that between toys and video game stuff that you wouldn't expect. So I think it's all just gonna be one giant online marketplace kind of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of everything's going to online stores. It's just convenient. And then the pandemic just accelerated that, right?
Yeah.
They just made Amazon super rich in any online store because nobody wants to go anywhere.
Yeah, and even these platforms make it a lot easier, right? So like Walmart it kind of started with like Amazon, right? Doing the third-party sellers, but now Walmart does it, Target does it. You even see like TF Source sell some stuff on Target.com and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it just even online stores, like I said, specialty stores, I feel like they're just going to go away.
And they go to bigger online stores.
Yeah, because it's just it benefits them to be a third-party seller there.
Right.
They'll mark up the price just a little bit. Walmart is like, sweet, we have more things that we're selling, and so we look bigger. And the smaller retailers are like, hey, we get the exposure of Walmart that we never would have had at toydojo.com or whatever,
Right.
Joe Schmo's toy shop, right? So it's kind of a win-win, but it's also kind of a sad way of life, right?
It is. Memo says, I wish Toy Dojo had a rewards program like TCP. You should talk to Eddie about that.
I've talked to Eddie about that for years, and he's just like been lazy. It's just really hard for him to I don't know why, because he's like a one-man shop kind of thing, right?
He has a web girl though. I don't know if he still has her.
Yeah, no, he does, but I mean, like for him to do the programming around all that
Yeah,
by himself, and
it's a
like
lot.
he should just hire somebody to do it. Honestly, but
Yeah.
he's lazy. He's
Team
like me.
Empress were noobs, and Beast Wars got him started.
All right, old man.
I didn't really have a collection, honestly. The only collection I had was alternators. I had Optimus collection. That's basically it. I didn't have much.
PQDZ. I don't collect legends purposefully. I still do like the Iron. I used to do the Iron Factory stuff, but it's just my collection is already kind of sprawling. So just in terms of space, it just didn't make sense. The legends are getting too freaking expensive.
Yeah, man.
I can't do it.
The latest New Age stuff is $65 for one figure, and that's like the price of a MP X Transbot's car. Right? It's like the same price. The Legend Scale Shockwave is the same price as an MP. What do you call them? Wild Rider. That's just crazy to me. I'm not collecting Legends either. It's just I have one Legends coming, New Age, Bumblebee, and Cliffjumper, but that's it. Only because it's a 2-pack, and I figured it was cheaper to get 2 for the same price.
I have a couple, like just ones I like, Optimus and Megatron that I have as desk toys, and a couple others I like.
Which Optimus?
The Optimus is Magic Square. I really like the Magic Square design, even though I think the plastic's not as good. And then I had this one that Eddie had as like a sample, and then somebody needed a replacement arm, so I had to like rip this arm off and send it to this customer. So now I got a battle.
Just ripping parts off.
Yeah, it's a battle damage sample now, but I still like this figure overall. So
Steve says I'm totally into Iron Factory these days. I haven't gotten anything Iron Factory.
The only Iron Factory stuff I still have are their DJD and their Bruticus. That's the only Legends stuff I really have that I bought and kept.
Memo says Eddie is awesome, even with no rewards. I only elsewhere if it's cheaper. Yeah, I pretty much get everything I see on my channel is from Toy Dojo. The only reason it isn't is if it's something retail that he doesn't carry, which happens sometimes. But I get everything from them, or something old. Like he doesn't always carry like reissue or older stuff. So I'll have to go to like Baba Bobo or something like that. Do you guys know if Fanstoys is doing a reissue of their Smokey? No, but they just reissued today, without any warning or any advertisement, the Fanstoys Insecticons. They were up on all the sites for maybe like 10 minutes, and then sold out. Ages 3 and up just put theirs up at 6:30 tonight, and that sold out within half an hour. Toy Dojo hasn't put theirs up yet, so keep an eye out if you're interested in Fanstoys Bugs. I know Pink doesn't care, but if you want them, they'll be up on Toy Dojo's site in probably the next few days or week. So keep an eye out. But they are reissuing things now that are way old, and they put up a message on Weibo saying they're going to reissue Lupus, their Weird Wolf. And you've always said it's not very good, right? It's not a great figure.
Their Lupus sucks.
It's just the ankles or the feet. What was it? Something.
No, their transformation is awful. Like that one part in the middle with the collapsing chest, or was it back? I forget if it was back or chest. It wouldn't lock in place. Like it felt like you could clearly see they modified the design, and they're like tabs and slots that aren't used, and that's. I mean, the design itself is actually pretty good. It was just like the minor like tolerances and finishing touches that they like dropped the ball at the finish line. So if they actually improve it, kind of like they improved Coot, it could be a winner. But then again, I don't really care about them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not into the FT bugs, they're also reissuing the Bad Cube bugs. I think it was like 200 or maybe 220 for the set of the 3. So for half the price, you can get all 3. Let's see. Oh, and they're also reissuing. What's the other headmaster? Who got his name? Dracula.
He's boring too.
I like him, but he is not as well done as some of the others. Dr. Diecast says, I was going to get the Shattered Glass Legends. I found out about SG Comics. Oh, Shattered Glass Comics. I've never read the comics. I don't know if you have gotten into that.
No.
Hopefully FT Reflector. I'm guessing they're going to reissue FT Reflector 2. They're just on a roll. Every month they issue some figure, and I'm guessing they're going to do Reflector. Mecca says, question for both of us. Do you guys know which third-party Transformers company had good quality on their figures? That's hit and miss, man. That's hard to say. I get so for me personally, I would say the most consistent company from my collection is Fans Toys. Of course, they've got figures that have bad QC or have problems, like Blur, Jabber. Jabber had some problems, or like RC. But generally speaking, I have pretty good luck with them. X Transbots also kind of hit and miss. I've had some really good figures from them, and then have some really bad ones. So I don't know. Oh, MMC. MMC is pretty good. I don't think I've ever gotten a broken MMC figure. I can't think of one. What about you?
Yeah, I think probably MMC and Fans Toys. Really also depends on what you mean by quality, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of people have different definitions of that. I think most people will probably say Fans Toys in terms of overall material stuff because they use a lot of die cast, a lot of heft. They do have very frequently a lot of QC issues because of that. Usually some weird design choice where something gets scratched up or damaged or something like that. Even figures I really like have weird things like that. Like I really like their Warpath, but it has a couple weird issues.
Yeah.
Not even talking about the knee,
like a pin that shouldn't have been used or something.
Well,
like
even beyond that, like just like that wrist piece that you tab into and tank, it would like get warped and stuff like that. That was a big one. But I think Fans Toys is probably in terms of overall just like material quality. I think I don't think anybody can argue that theirs is the best overall materials. But
as far as
yeah,
transformation, I think MMC probably has that.
Right? Yeah, transformation. I think it really depends. I mean, I really like their Ocular Max stuff. Anything by AK, their Ocular Max designer, I really love. MMC stuff, it really depends, but overall, I think it's really good as well. I do like X Transbots. Usually, I like their transformations, especially more recently. But I haven't gotten some of their more recent stuff, like the trailer. And
I got the trailer. You should be happy you didn't get it.
Yeah, I'm kind of boycotting them right now. So
you would not be happy with it. Memo says, I'm happy with the MMC Insecticons. That's what you have, right? You have MMC?
Yeah, I've owned all of them. I've literally owned every single Insecticon. I've owned the old school Fans Project ones.
Oh, yeah.
I've owned the Bad Cube ones. I've owned then the Fans Toys ones. And then I've owned the MMC ones. So I basically traded. Oh, maybe I had the Fans Toys first. I basically traded to the Bad Cube, and then I traded the Bad Cube for the MMC ones. And the MMC ones, at some point, because they were so late to the game, at one point I think people were like blowing them out for like $110 or $100 or something crazy like that for the 3-pack, which is I think a phenomenal deal.
Now they're a little bit. They're moving up to like 200, 250. PQDZ. Also, their Spinner 2.0 doesn't seem as popular. So this happened before. This has happened over and over, where a figure just sits and doesn't sell, and then finally, once it sells out, all of a sudden it like goes up 50%, 100%. Now, Spinner 2.0 is a 2.0, so there's already tons of copies, and Neptune is pretty good. So maybe that's why it's not selling out. But I can almost guarantee in like a year, people are going to be looking for Spinners. Should have bought it. But Neptune is pretty good too, honestly. X Transbots. G-Man says Lupus is boring. Yeah, we agree.
That's what I said. And then like their Dracula, I think it's not boring, but it just it doesn't, with the transformation, it's just kind of whack.
Lucky Hand says, I want FT Bugs badly, but I'm not paying. You don't need to pay $300. They just came out for $450 for the set. All three.
$430.
$439, right? Yeah, $440. You can buy them right now. So just wait on Toy Dojo, and you can see when they post it and get one for yourself. They're only making 500, so you gotta look out for it. Just keep watching our reviews to find out all the details. Yeah. Yeah, just go watch our reviews. You can see which ones are better quality. What's up, Michael Rogers? When is FT Blitzwing coming out? I don't know. They didn't announce it. FT has been just putting things on surprise. They haven't really been announcing stuff. Actually, any company other than X-Transbots have been hush-hush about what's coming out. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe they just don't want to attract attention.
Yeah, they're probably trying to not poke the bear. I mean,
Yeah.
most companies still give a heads up, but it's not like as, brazen, and it's definitely not as far ahead as they used to. Like, at some point you're getting like stuff for like 3 or 4 years that you wouldn't see. Stuff like
remember we would get the tease, then we would get the render, then we would get the gray prototype, then the reviewers would get the actual pre-production copy, then we would get the figure. It's like now they go straight from render to production sample, or production, just it's out, it's ready. You skip all the steps in between now. It's really strange. So much bake in 1 week. Yeah, I'm getting sick of bake and T-Man.
This is only the second time I've been on. It's, I guess 2 days in a row is kind of a lot for me.
Yeah. Oh, well, check out live stream with Kato. Kato did a live stream with Pake yesterday. No, day before yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday.
Yeah, so go to Kato's collection, and you can watch their live stream. I have to still finish that. Not paying eBay prices. Yeah, don't pay the eBay prices for Reflector. Just wait. Be patient. And actually, I would say that for any fans' toys or any figure. Just wait. It's not worth paying double or triple for anything. Dracula had not so great QC on mine. The face kept falling off. Oh, that's mine. My face was okay, and the wing started getting limp. Yeah, I did have the wing thing, but I was able to adjust the screws and tighten it up.
And I kind of remember their wings kept
flopping.
No, not flopping. I kept remembering their wings had they're really much more limited than you would want from a winged figure.
Yeah. Micro says, I'm 4 to 5 boxes away from running out of ceiling space. I purposely stacked them. I'm just going to make another row if I run out of space. I don't know. I thought it was a good display. And then my wife was like, what the hell is that? I'm like, it's my box display. She's like, that just looks like a storage bin. I got to take it down. All right. I'll take a couple more comments and we're going to end here. We're not really talking about toy stores anymore, but our original intent here was to kind of talk about toy stores that have come and gone. I know the ones that are still kind of around. We still have FYE has a whole toy section, which I didn't even know about until T-Man kind of pointed out. So I walked into FYE and they still have a ton of toys in there that I don't see in other places.
What's it called? Also has that too. What is that? Skater store. I don't know what it's called.
Skater store.
It has all the Funko Pops in it. What is that thing called?
Oh, like the
there's all the anime
Spencer's?
What's that?
Spencer's?
No, Spencer's does have toys still,
but not like adult.
No, but it's kind of it's they have the wall of shirts. You walk in, and it's literally like a wall of anime shirts, and then you can see and then you can pick them out. They have so much My Hero Academia stuff. They have some toys. Come on, somebody's got to know what that toy store is I'm talking about.
No, Barnes and Noble? No,
no, it's in the mall. It's usually in the mall. It's yeah. I always think of it as a skater store. Hot Topic, yeah, T-Man's got it.
Okay,
yeah, Hot Topic.
We don't have Hot Topic anymore, so I don't even know. So PQDZ, another question. Are you Tube and T-Man buying all 3 of the new Takara Seekers? I am. I like them. I think they look really good. But T-Man is holding out. He's going to buy Starscream and see how it turns out. And if it's good, he said he's going to get the other 2. Nick, do you have those on order?
Yeah, I don't have them on order. Oh, wait, do I? I don't know. No, usually I don't order stuff. I usually just tell Eddie usually just knows to hold every MP for me. So.
Oh, okay. So you're just going to get it from Toy Dojo.
Yeah, and then I'm hoping he can get me the Coronation set. Otherwise, I'll have to find some way to get the Coronation set.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's annoying. They're pulling like a Marvel Legends shit where you have to buy a whole set to be able to get the bonus
Yeah.
part.
I wish I could get the Coronation set. That thing is going to be going for crazy money because you can only buy it in Japan, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you can like I don't know if you guys know this. You can do like middleman services and stuff like that. Like I use middleman services almost like
No.
every day now.
Can you elaborate?
So it's a proxy buying service. So like there's the most popular one right now is like Buyee. They do for Yahoo Japan, so you can buy stuff from Yahoo Japan or
Hmm.
Japan Macari and stuff like that. And then like they'll order stuff for you, or you'll buy stuff,
That's
or you'll bid on Japanese auctions, and then they'll get it shipped to their warehouse, and then you pay them to ship it to you with some fees in addition. So
See,
literally.
This is why the toy stores are gone. We're off buying from Yahoo Japan.
Well, I mean, like stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of Takara Tomy Mall exclusive stuff.
Yeah,
Like, there's a lot of Gundam stuff that's exclusive. Before P Bandai came out, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff that like arcade sticks. I got like a bunch of these arcade sticks from there because it's like
okay.
half the price to get it, even with all the fees and shipping from Japan. It's cheaper than buying some of the stuff in the US.
I only recently got into the Amazon Japan, but I haven't tried any of these other services you're talking about.
Yeah, so like there's one called, the one that I use is DE Japan, and they'll literally buy off of any Japanese website. You just tell them what, give them like the link and tell them what you're looking for, how many and stuff like that. And yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's only like a $5-10 service fee, and then you get it shipped to you. And if I have to go that route, I'll definitely go that route.
That's not bad. I'm gonna have to find out more details from you. Lucky Hand says, I need 2 more FT Dinobots. Yeah, don't pay $700. Wait for it to get reissued or wait for a deal. Just be patient. It's not worth $1,000. Memo, anyone think XTB will get Springer out this year? I think they will.
Yeah.
I'm questioning the quality now. I'm really like 2 products in a row. Lock, which they never even made it because Eddie sent the whole thing back.
Well, he got his ship so late because they screwed him over.
Yeah, so he's out all that money, all the money for those figures, because right now he sent them all back, and I'm pretty sure XTB is going to charge a little bit more for the replacements, right? Because they had to remold it and redo it. That's going to really piss everybody off, I'm sure. We'll find out. What's the edge?
I think they're talking about another toy store when I was talking about. Well,
like
I was talking about Hot Topic. I never heard of the Edge.
Hot Topic. I wish A3 would expand and open more store locations. Oh, they have a physical store in Toronto?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not in Toronto. They're in Vancouver. They're on the west side.
That's way far away.
Yeah, I do want to make a trip out there though. My family has wanted to go out to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. We've never been out there, and if we go to Seattle, it's only like a 3-hour drive across the border to Vancouver. So
yeah,
a bunch of my friends live up there.
What's up, Winston? Thanks for joining. G Tony says, I'm an online guy myself. Yeah, me too. I'm lazy. I don't like hunting. So I did film a toy hunt recently, and I've been afraid to like edit it and put it up. I needed to get some pointers from T-Man before I did that. It's really hard. You go in there, it's so loud, and it's just people are looking at you funny. Like, why the hell?
I feel like I would be so self-conscious about that.
It's really hard. Like, I mean, you just have to ignore them. That's what you do. You just do your thing. But it's hard for me to do that and ignore the people and the kids staring at me. Like, what are you doing?
Get out of here, kid. Or be like, you kid, I'm going to make you YouTube famous.
Yeah. Did you have a chance to pre-order? Yeah, we just talked about that. I pre-ordered them because I wanted the gray bombshell. Pink doesn't care, and T-Man already has them. So we're all good here.
Are they even doing I haven't been paying attention at all. I thought it was a set. Do they even have the gray chest one?
No, I bought the set with the gray chest.
Oh, okay.
So to get the 3 chests, I had to buy all 3. I'll just sell the other 2. It's not
I only saw pictures of the purple chest one.
Yeah, they have both, but the gray one is very limited, so like that sold out instantly. But luckily, A3U had it. I still gotta get them on the show. You're supposed to help me get in contact with him.
No, I already did.
with Boris and Alex.
Yeah, they don't like you. That's fine.
They don't like me. Michael Rogers confident in Springer. I wouldn't be confident right now. XTB is hit or miss. I'm not sure. It looks good, but who knows?
I think he's saying he's confident that it's going to come out this year.
Seattle is kind of cool and gross at the same time. It is like an up and coming, nice city, but it's also rainy and cloudy all the time.
Man, how many up and coming city? It's like the city where like what Starbucks is and like Microsoft is out there.
But there's some like big ticket companies there, right? People go there because they get hired, and it's a nice city, but it's also rainy and cloudy. Which is better, FT or MMC Springer? I don't have MMC Springer, so Pake's gonna have to answer that question.
I've only messed with the FT sample, and I didn't think it was that great. I think I've said many times, I've literally owned all the third-party Springers or had extended periods of time with all of them, and by far my favorite is the Ocular Max one. It's not even close.
Do you have MP44 handy?
Was that?
Do you have MP44 handy?
Yeah, he's always on my desk.
Does he have ratchets in the shoulder and elbow?
Yeah, he has shoulders ratchets in the shoulder.
And elbow?
In the elbow, I don't know. He doesn't.
So that's new. So this has an elbow ratchet. It's interesting. Anyway, yeah. I don't have the MMC Springer, but I'm getting the repaint, whatever it's called, alternative. Is that supposed to be more tune accurate? Is that why they're making it?
The MMC one?
Yeah, the new one that's coming out.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be more movie colored or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some BS reason for a repaint.
Well, I'm getting it, so I'll get to do a versus between FT and MMC. So check that out. I guess it's coming out in June, or is it July? It's soon, so we can do a versus soon. All right, one last thing, and then we call it.
Oh, T-Man said he's been backstage.
Oh, what? He said he wasn't going to come. What's up, T-Man? I'm actually ending.
He had me backstage for 5 minutes. I wonder how long he's had you back there.
I was just wrapping up. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were sitting there.
Oh no, I just decided to jump in. I was finished what I was doing.
Do you want to add to the toy stores? Did you have any in mind?
The only toy store that specifically a toy store that I know of near me is All Time Toys, and I forget what part of Maryland that is, but you can look it up. All Time Toys. They specifically have toys.
Better than Toys R Us, or?
Yes, for grown-up people like us.
Grown-up? Oh. See,
grown people.
So that's what
was that toy store that you went with did you go with Matt, Parts Warmer? The one that I saw on like a Facebook ad and was like, hey, T, have you been there? And you're like, I literally just filmed there the other day. It's like the really big one that has like Hot Topic, a Funko Pop section, and like it's really big. It's like a big warehouse. It's in like maybe
that might be Third Eye Comics.
Third Eye. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot too, but of course that's part T-shirts, comic books, and statues. They have everything in the world. They're bigger than All Time Toys.
Did you guys have KB down in that area?
No, the last KB that I personally saw was in Towson Town Center, like 2002 or something.
Yeah, the last KB was in my local mall in Southern Maryland, and that went out of business when I was still in high school. So yeah, it had to be like 2000.
Yeah, we have comic book stores, but they have like statues. They don't have actual toys.
Really, the comic book shop that we have kind of close to me, it does have toys, but it does have a lot of statues. But the toys they have are mostly like My Hero Academia or like the McFarlane or Marvel toys, right? Like that kind of stuff. They don't typically have Transformers that I know of, at least.
There's another store in Annapolis, but they have like weird stuff, like what Pake was just saying. Mostly statues. I forget the name of the store. It's like a weird anime type store.
Winston says it's in Carroll County, wherever that is.
I don't think it's Curl, unless it's intersecting with another county.
Third Eye Blind comic book store.
Third Eye Blind, man, you old.
KB was 2003. Oh my god, that's so. It's been gone since 2003. Wow.
Yep. It was
Yeah.
sad.
So the only other toy stores we had here were like department stores, like Caldors and like places like that. But those are long gone.
Caldor.
Yeah.
I feel like the best like in-store toys selection is probably Barnes and Noble right now. They have a lot of stuff there.
Really?
The toy section keeps getting bigger and bigger. I feel like.
So ours is really small. It's like one. It's got so on top of it's got SH Figuarts Turtles, and like a couple other figures in a display case. And underneath it, that's it. That one shelf. That's all. That's all.
Dude, no way. We got so much. You don't got like Legos in there. You don't got Pop in
No,
there.
I'm sorry. There is Legos. There's
yeah,
Legos.
There's
so
kids, a bunch of kid toys and Hot Wheels.
No, when I go in there, they have a lot of stuff.
Books A Million, I had never walked all the way in there, but when I walked all the way in there, I was like, holy crap, I could have been coming here a long time ago.
Books A Million? The only one I know is in Arundel Mills, and that was from back when I was in college, so like 2004.
Yeah, them. They have a lot of toys. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Never went in that store.
G Tony says, "What's going to be the best figure of this year? What are you looking forward to, or what already came out? I guess."
MMC's Optus Pexis is already at the very peak of my list right now.
Yeah, I would agree. That's high up there.
I'm waiting for the Sentinel to come out.
The what?
The HasLab Sentinel.
Is HasLab Unicron on your list?
Yeah. I mess with it from time to time still.
Not number one.
On my list is Optus Pexis. I don't know when that came out.
Yeah, I literally just said that.
He just said that.
That's literally what I said.
I thought you said something else.
He had a stroke, a mini stroke for like the 10 seconds you and I were talking about. Yeah, that we agree.
But that's going to be number one so far.
What else did we get? I can't even think of anything.
I mean, it's still. I guess it's not really early in the year. We're like at end of April, but I do like the Transcraft B, even though the transformation was way more complicated. I mean, some of the first-party toys have been good, like the Beast Wars stuff. Like I've only opened a couple of them, but I really enjoyed those so far.
Huffer was pretty good.
I haven't opened any. I haven't bought any of those.
I liked Smokey. I thought Smokey was pretty good.
Oh, he disappeared.
I didn't get my Thomas until this year. Fans Toys Thomas.
Yeah, I can't count him because I think I had him in my top 5. Since I got him like in the last week of December or something like that.
When did I get Phoenix?
Phoenix,
yeah, that's
Studio Series 86 Hot Rod.
I still have never even seen him in store.
Really?
I
see it all the time.
I see it all the time too. It's everywhere.
I want him, but I don't feel like going to buy him like online.
I'm starting to see the ones where like someone bought it and then opened it and then put it back, and so like it's an open box, but they haven't like removed it from the plastic ties. Like there's that many now here.
Man, at least see, Amazon still doesn't even have him in stock. I want to get him.
I told you I'd send them to you.
Just go to the store.
I don't feel like paying for shipping. I'm cheap.
I said I would send it with free. Just send it to you.
Why would I make you pay shipping for it?
Just go to the store. He hasn't gone to the store. He doesn't like it.
I mean, I do go occasionally. I go like once every 2 weeks to like I'll do like a round. But
Hobby Lobby is selling Transformers?
Yeah, the Gundam model kits. Man, I literally said that earlier too, man.
Oh, just the model kits, not Transformers.
Yeah, he's talking about the Flames Toys stuff. And they always have like 30% off coupons and stuff, so people are getting those for super cheap.
Oh, I just remembered another reason I brought this topic up is I went to go to Ollie's because I watched T-Man's, toy hunts, and he always goes to Ollie's and finds cool stuff. And I go there, and it's gone. It's now like a ninja lab for like, what do you call it? Like doing stunts and like kind of
Oh, yeah.
like Ninja Warrior for kids.
Yeah, like parkour kind of stuff. Yeah.
I was like, what happened to Ollie's? And the next closest one is like 100 miles away.
My
Yeah.
closest one closed down too.
Your Ollie's closed down?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they do business. It's like they sell things for so cheap. They don't
Well, I mean, they literally just buy dead stock from other retailers. So that's why they'll have some exclusive figures from like Target or Walmart, because they'll clear out and buy. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they just buy leftover stock in bulk.
Right.
I did get a couple of big wins there. I got like a $40 Trypticon, Titan class Trypticon from there.
I found the 16-inch. It was like 14-inch Marvel Legends Hulk in there for $25, and that thing was like $70 when it came out.
Isn't that too big to fit with anything?
The 12-inch Marvel Legends.
Yeah, like, why would you want a 12-inch Marvel Legend?
I have all of them.
Oh, you have like the whole collection?
Except like 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember the 12-inch Marvel Legends. I remember the really big ones. Like they had Captain America and Spider-Man.
978.
Yeah, 12-inch ones?
Uberman says, despite some cute issues, the fans' hobby naval commander is pretty good. I didn't look at him. I didn't even bother. I'm not a big, was it Armada? I don't even care about Armada.
Oh, maybe they were 12 inches. I thought they were like 16, but these were the ones I was thinking of.
My Ollie's.
I know everybody cares about Masterpiece, but I'm looking forward to the Kingdom, Galvatron, and Rodimus Prime.
Nah.
I want to see that Rodimus Prime. I mean, I'm not going to hold my breath because I don't think it's going to be the most amazing thing ever, but I think it looks good.
I think it should be on the same level as the Hot Rod.
I mean, me personally, the Jetfire was a new level for Hasbro, but I don't think the Rodimus is going to be a new level. I think it's just going to be good, like not amazing. My Ollie's is broke, Mecca says. I never have any Transformers. That Ollie that was there, they had like junky stuff. Like it never could find like modern day stuff there.
Oh, here's something I want to ask the folks in the chat. Hey, have any of you guys found something really good, like a sweet find at like Goodwill or a pawn shop? I've never found anything good. My Goodwill sucks.
I've never found anything.
I don't go there all the time, but even when I go there, I'm like, this is stuff I would think that would just be on somebody's like lawn, like in Dundalk, right? You like T-Man is what I'm talking when I say Dundalk. Like,
Right.
You can't sell this stuff.
I helped a friend move, and they had Marvel Legends Mr. Sinister just laying outside. And I was like, why is it just outside like this? It was so it hurt my feelings.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like that. But I've heard some people find some crazy stuff.
The one Wrangler says he found a Voltron diecast set.
Oh my gosh, an old school Voltron?
I would be amazing if I found that. That's incredible.
I saw one guy bought when the Xboxes were out, the new Xbox series. A guy found the Xbox Series S at Goodwill. I'm like,
what?
Wow.
And like the box was open, but the Series S, the console stuff was still wrapped and taped up. I was like, how does that even end up in Goodwill at all?
Somebody's wife got mad at them.
So I returned my Xbox Series S that I bought for my nephews because the mailman left it out in the mail. Left it out in the street or in like my driveway, and it rained and the box got wet. So by the time I picked it up, the box was soaked and it had gone into the cardboard. And I didn't even bother turning it on, but I would imagine, what's Walmart going to do with it? They're not going to sell it.
It probably worked.
It might have
Somebody
worked,
got that.
but I don't think they can sell it like that. I don't think Walmart can sell it as a new product if the box is wet. So maybe it
doesn't
goes to
put a
Goodwill.
bad sticker on it.
If you don't answer this Yu Zhang Zhang guy, he's gonna like have.
I know. I'm getting to it. So is Masterpiece Soundwave good? Yes, I like it.
No.
But
He's absolutely terrible.
no, it's not
Yeah,
terrible.
There are hundreds
you
of terrible reviews out there right now.
You should sell it to me. I mean, he is getting a little dated, but in terms of like overall quality, like what you got was so good. Especially because like in Japan, you got Soundwave and Laserbeak, but then you had to buy the cassettes in 2 separate packs, and they were like, how much were they? The 2 packs are like $50 or bucks each or something crazy like that. Yeah. So it was a deal.
It was great when it came out, but it's
I was
not.
being sarcastic because that thing has had reviews on YouTube for 20 years.
Yeah.
So you should know how good it is by now.
Also, all 3 of our channels have reviews on it, so you can go watch that. Check your Target for Transformers Masterpiece movie Bumblebee. Yeah, don't buy that thing. I almost bought it. It's $39.99. That's a better price than $80.
Which one? The movie Bumblebee?
The one that
oh
falls
yeah,
apart.
that one's trash.
Worth $40?
I don't know. I honestly don't think so.
I would pay 30.
Yeah, I paid full price for that, and I felt super violated.
That's half off, and you're saying it's still not worth it.
I think
got it
the like Studio Series ones are better.
It is. When it first came out, I bought it, and I broke the leg, and I didn't pay full price for it. That's a good thing. And that was when it first came out on clearance.
I found a Bumblebee Hydro Dive. I don't know what a Hydro Dive is. At Goodwill. It's a gold one. Looks like a Mini Cooper. Hydro Dive?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. You found
is that the I think that's the animated Japan. I think that was only released in Japan.
I've never seen.
When you find like crazy stuff like that, like Japan only exclusive in Goodwill. Gosh.
Mecca says I keep finding broken Transformers at Goodwill. So if you're good at fixing stuff, you can buy broken stuff.
I mean,
I never see completed toys in there. They're always something open all over the place.
I mean, I just want to go to like a really cool flea market and just like hopefully find something good. But I mean, even when you go to like TFCon, all the retro stuff is always like pretty junky in terms of what you get there, right? Like all the pristine stuff they don't bring to the cons.
Studio Series Slag?
Yeah, he's probably saying he's looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh. I thought he was saying he found it at Goodwill. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
You got it from Prime Reviews. Prime versus Prime.
Right.
Too early to say MP52 might turn out great, or just another steady release from Hashtag. I'm looking forward to Starscream. I think it looks really nice, the articulation and the like accessories. It just looks great. I just hope it's good quality. Now, they had a bump in the road with Hound, and then they did better with RC. So I have confidence now that they've fixed their problems with the factory, but they definitely had a problem.
It's
so you probably believe that a whole X-Transbot story about problem with the factory too.
I mean, RC was better. Like that's just hands down. When they went from Hound to RC, you could tell the difference. The plastic was better. The paint was better. Things didn't, crumble. I don't know.
It should be better because it's a bigger figure. Like Hound was a smaller figure with a bunch of tiny moving parts.
I still love Hound. Screw you guys.
I like Hound.
I like
wish it didn't fall apart. That's my only wish.
Mine didn't fall apart, but it does have like stress marks and whatnot.
Wish there was a Masterpiece Blitzwing. There is a Masterpiece Blitzwing. It's just not the best. So I have KFC Ditka and what's the other one? DX9 something.
Well, it's not official either.
Yeah, I mean, there's no Masterpiece Blitzwing, but DX9 made one too. I forgot the name, but there's some choices out there.
DeWalt.
Yeah, DeWalt. Yeah. All right, we're way off topic, so I'm gonna call it here. It's 9:30. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for the surprise visit, T-Man.
What about me?
And Mr. Pay for Life, I was about to finish.
Sorry for being a jerk.
I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you next week. Later.
Not me. I'm not going to be back.